In Moscow and the Moscow region, they have begun to check trucks en masse amid the threat of new drone attacks. According to the Telegram channel VCHKOGPU, the Russian capital has been put on high alert, and all defenses and shelters have been put on full alert. Almost the entire personnel of the Federal Protective Service have been called to duty. According to sources, the security forces fear a repeat of the scenario that occurred in early June in the Irkutsk region and other regions of Russia. Then the Ukrainian SBU carried out a successful operation called Spiderweb, during which attack drones, launched directly from trucks, attacked Russian military airfields, causing enormous damage. Now police officers on the highways around Moscow are stopping and carefully inspecting every truck, including small gazelles. Particular attention is paid to the bodies of the vehicles. The security forces are looking for possible batches of attack drones that can be disguised as ordinary cargo. The Baza Telegram channel confirms the information about enhanced checks. According to them, the number of inspections of freight transport has increased significantly recently, and the Emergencies Ministry personnel have been put on enhanced duty. Furthermore, Russia arrests truck driver allegedly transporting drones for Ukraine's Operation Spiderweb. Mikhail Ryumin, a 55-year-old resident of the Russian city of Chelyabinsk, was arrested for allegedly transporting drones in a truck for Ukraine's Operation Spiderweb, Russian independent media outlet Mediazona reported on July 10, citing a court's appeal ruling. Ukraine carried out an unprecedented mass drone strike as part of the Operation Spiderwe on June 1, targeting 4 Russian air bases deep inside the country. During the attack, Ukrainian forces reportedly damaged 41 aircraft, using drones concealed in trucks at multiple locations across Russia. Ryumin was charged with committing a terrorist act and arrested on June 2. On June 26, the Ivanovo Regional Court upheld the decision to arrest him. A colleague of Ryumin confirmed to Mediazona, on condition of anonymity, that he was indeed the driver of one of the trucks used in the Ukrainian operation. The source insisted that Ryumin was unaware that the vehicle was carrying drones hidden beneath the roofs of the frame house structures. According to the source, Ryumin had recently switched jobs and accepted a delivery order to transport components for frame houses from Chelyabinsk to Ivanovo Oblast using a rented truck. Western analysts and military officials praised Ukraine's ingenuity in the Spiderweb operation. NATO Admiral Pierre Vandier called the mission a modern reinvention of the Trojan horse, demonstrating Ukraine's growing technical sophistication and deep strike capability. Ukrainian armed forces struck Russian military facilities producing aircraft, missiles and drones in separate attacks on Friday. A major aircraft-producing plant was struck in Moscow region, Ukrainian army reported on Friday. The Lukavitsky aircraft factory is involved in production and repair of MiG-29 and MiG-31 fighter jets and is also involved in Garin and Shahid UAV modernization cycle, Andriy Kovalenko, head of Ukraine's Center for Countering Disinformation said on Telegram app. According to Russian Astra outlet, at least 2 drones hit the facility at around 1 a.m. on July 1. No injuries were reported during the attack that damaged one compressor station and caused the collapse of a wall of the facility. Earlier, residents in Lukavitsky reported powerful explosion near the plant and a nearby oil depot. Konstat drone production facility in Dubna in Moscow region was also hit on Friday morning, Ukrainian media reported. The facility reportedly produces Orion strike and reconnaissance drones. Separately, a strike was launched on the Shipyanov Instrument Design Bureau, one of the key enterprises producing missiles for Russian air defense missile systems and anti-aircraft missile systems in Tula city. It should be noted that Ukrainian army has increased intensity of its attacks on Russian military targets and facilities in occupied Ukrainian territories and deep in Russia.
The war in Ukraine has become a focal point for military innovation. One of them is the use of video game incentives to improve the effectiveness of the armed forces in the fight against the Russian invasion, writes The Economist. The system ensures that successful drone operators receive new drones before their less effective counterparts. This process is now being modernized with what Mikhail Fedorov, Ukraine's Minister of Digital Transformation, has called Amazon for the military, a scheme that allows units to buy combat gear with points earned by destroying Russian vehicles and other targets, the article explained. It is noted that the term gamification, which emerged in the early 2000s, is used in many areas, namely from healthcare and customer loyalty programs to education and workplace productivity. Participants accumulate points. Leaderboards, progress indicators, levels and badges are common. In some cases, points can be converted into rewards that go beyond the pleasure of winning as defined by the game, the publication emphasized. Gamification entered the drone war in August 2024, when the government's drone procurement initiative, the Drone Army, launched a bonus system. Drone warfare lends itself well to gamification because all kills are recorded by the same drone cameras used to fly aircraft, and there is already a system in place to register them. In other forms of warfare, claims can be exaggerated. Combatants may not know the results of a mortar round. Once a drone kill is registered, identified and confirmed, it is worth a certain number of points, depending on the military value of the target destroyed. The Economist noted, this means that a drone operator who destroys a T-90M tank with a disposable drone will earn enough points to earn his unit 15 more drones. This system incentivizes operators who seek out high-value targets. At the same time, as the publication writes, despite the fact that Ukraine produced 1.5 million drones last year, there are never enough of them. In particular, the 414th Separate Brigade of Unmanned Systems, better known as the Birds of Magyar, has effectively implemented this system. According to official data, the brigade is now responsible for 8% of Russian armored vehicles destroyed by Ukraine. In April, the unit climbed to first place in the rankings with 16,298 points, up from second place, and has remained there ever since, the report added. As Mikhail Fedorov noted, gamification also shapes the nature of combat operations. According to him, the Drone Army recently increased the number of points for eliminating an enemy infantryman from 2 to 6. Thanks to this, units such as the Birds of Magyar immediately began to kill more infantrymen. According to Fedorov, this led to a doubling of the number of losses among Russian infantry. A later change doubled the points for killing Russian drone operators, making them more valuable targets than tanks. Such changes show how the system can change to suit commanders' priorities. They also resulted in fewer tanks being destroyed, The Economist noted.